The screen glowed on the kitchen counter at 2:17 a.m. Silent, just light. I was at the sink, rinsing a glass. The water ran on. Her name wasn't there. Mine wasn't either. Only one word, bold and plain, as if it had every right to be. Jake. I didn't pick it up. I already knew. The house held that deep quiet that comes just before a crack. The fridge hummed, the clock above the sink ticked loud, keeping score. I watched the phone's glow shiver in the stainless steel of the faucet, pulsing once more as another message came through. I pictured her upstairs, asleep, untroubled, not knowing the ground had already shifted. I'd warned her once, not shouting, not even angry, just one clear sentence, months before, across a table crowded with coffee cups and all we hadn't said. Keep seeing Jake, and I'm gone. She'd laughed then, softly, dismissively, the way you laugh at a child who doesn't understand how things end. The phone buzzed again. This time, I turned it face down. I shut off the water, dried my hands, one finger at a time. Whatever was unfolding upstairs, whatever secret world she thought she kept, it was already finished. She just hadn't realized it yet. In the morning, she kissed my cheek like everything was the same. I noted the timing, the pressure, how her eyes slid away a beat too quickly. Betrayal doesn't announce itself. It seeps out, in pauses, in stories that don't quite match, in laughter that lands half a second late. Jake had been a name once, a coworker, a joke she told too often. I'd told myself trust wasn't blindness, it was discipline, that suspicion without proof was just insecurity dressed up as wisdom. But patterns don't lie. People do. She guarded her phone now, took it into the bathroom, slept with the screen turned down. She worked late on days that used to be free. Her explanations came smoothly, rehearsed, like lines practiced in a mirror. I didn't confront her. That would have been messy. Instead, I listened. Every word felt edited for my ears. Every smile felt transactional. I replayed old conversations, searching for the moment honesty had slipped quietly out of the room. Lying beside her at night, I felt the distance become something you could measure. Inches, then miles. I remembered her laugh when I warned her, the certainty in it. That laugh stayed with me. It hardened into something I could use. I became observant, invisible. I learned her routines the way detectives learn crime scenes, by noticing what shouldn't be there. Phone records told stories she hadn't erased, numbers that called too often, gaps in time that didn't add up. I watched reflections instead of faces, listened to tone instead of words. One evening, I followed her. Not close, not obviously, just enough to confirm what I already knew. They didn't touch in public. That was the mistake. People hiding nothing are careless. People hiding everything are precise. I sat in my car across the street and waited. I didn't feel rage the way movies show it. No shaking hands, no tunnel vision, just clarity, the kind that arrives when the last excuse collapses. I gathered evidence slowly, screenshots, dates, locations, not to convince myself, but to leave no room for denial. Hers, not mine. Each discovery felt less like pain and more like confirmation, like solving a problem that was already solved, just not written down. I practiced calm. I perfected silence. At home, I was attentive, present, kind. She mistook restraint for blindness. The proof came on a Tuesday, clean, undeniable. I printed it, not because I needed paper, but because paper feels final. That night I set the folder on the table between us. No introduction, no speech. She opened it. Her face changed in stages. Confusion, recognition, panic. She looked at me as if seeing a stranger. "How long?" she asked. I shrugged. "Long enough." She cried, not softly, not convincingly. She reached for my hand and stopped halfway, as if remembering something too late. "I didn't think you'd actually—" I stood up. That was when she understood. I didn't yell, I didn't insult her. I told her I'd already filed the paperwork, that our accounts were separated, that Jake had received a message, with evidence, sent to the people he cared about most. Consequences, distributed evenly, quietly. She tried to bargain, to rewrite what happened, to explain her laughter as a misunderstanding. I repeated my warning to her, word for word. That was when her face broke, not from guilt, but from realizing she had never been in control. I picked up my keys. She followed me to the door, crying now, desperate. I paused, looked back once. "Next time someone warns you," I said, "listen." The road was empty. I drove without music, without destination. I felt lighter. Not happy, never that. Just unburdened. Some losses are corrections. I didn't think about her laugh anymore. I didn't need to. I had warned her. And in the end, I walked away with the truth. She was left with the echo.